My name is Kara Grant, and my hot topic issue is using graphic novels in education as an educational tool. So being a high school librarian, I've seen firsthand how popular that graphic novels are for young adults and how fast that they fly off the shelves. Our graphic novel section is right in the front because they are used so much. We check them out a lot daily. So graphic novels are a current trend in young adult literature, and as a high school librarian, I've seen it firsthand. So I think that there's a case to be made about incorporating graphic novels in education rather than just as independent or pleasure reading. So graphic novels such as Maus by Art Spiegelman and Persepolis by Marjane Satrapi convey historical narratives that reflect curriculum that could be in history courses such as global history or U.S. history. Different courses could use these graphic novels because the content is historical as well as enjoyable for the kids because there's pictures, there's visual art to be seen. So if you were teaching the Holocaust, you could use the novel Maus, or if you're teaching about the Islamic Revolution, you could use the novel Persepolis. According to the American Libraries magazine, graphic novels such as these are narratives deepened through visual art, which creates a layered experience that affords the opportunity to expand the emotional understanding of the subject and inspire empathy. So something that most history texts don't or can't do. So students are able through these graphic novels to read and learn about the content through visual art, but they can also have that emotional experience that they wouldn't get from reading a textbook. So they can really feel what it was like to go through the Holocaust or the Islamic Revolution. It's very important for students to be able to make those emotional and personal connections in order for them to learn something about the content. Students are able through the graphic novels to read and learn about the historical content through the narrative text as well as through the visual art within the graphic novel. The combination of art and text allows students to gain content knowledge, vocabulary acquisition, and emotional insight into the topic and or the theme of the graphic novel. Some of these graphic novels layer with themes throughout. Students learn best when they can make these emotional and personal connections to the curriculum content. Through the use of graphic novels as educational tools, students can experience these emotional aspects of the topics or the themes, and they can learn more about the content that way, and it'll make it more memorable for years to come. I remember when I was in college, we read Persepolis as a young adult literature book, but we also learned more about the Islamic Revolution in our history class, and I was actually able to make those connections, which I was able to make much better than just the history book that our professor provided us in the history course. So I thought that was really cool. I was able to make that connection. Another point made by the American Libraries magazine is that the point of all of this is that sequential art, the form of expression that fills graphic novels, is a form with something to teach us. The graphic novel is no longer just a format suitable to learn about, but it's also starting to be used as a tool to educate. Beyond simply learning about the production and history of the format, the content and the way that it is conveyed are becoming part of curricular infrastructure. So by this, that means that students can learn so much from graphic novels, from the way that it's structured, so the way that it's created, the sequence of the images, the way that the narratives fit into the pictures, and the way that they're used as educational tools in a classroom. They can also learn about the content, about the theme of the novel, as well as this emotional impact that it leaves on the reader, which helps make the content more memorable and helps them to connect with the history, or it could even be with other subjects, with science or with maybe art history. There's so much that can be learned from these novels, and students just love them. I mean, to be able to enjoy reading this content that wouldn't be very enjoyable out of a textbook. It's so important. So the resource that I used was the American Libraries magazine, which I mentioned earlier. It is from the American Library Association. It was written by Jesse Karp, and the article is titled "The Case for Graphic Novels in Education," written August 1st, 2011. Thank you for watching my video. Please comment, let me know what you think, and we'll keep this discussion going about what you think about graphic novels being used in the classroom. Thanks for watching.